Okay, you're gonna hold the mic and then you're gonna also hold
Please
it.
pass me the other one. It'll look good for the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ladies. That's
Hello guys,
How's it?
I'm good. I'm with a brother of mine. Like we said earlier on, we are the host of a newly started podcast, Breaking the Fourth Wall. And today we decided to go out in the streets and have conversations with people in the streets. Not really in the streets like I said earlier on, but yeah.
Yeah. So, would I like to introduce yourself to the audience,
Sure.
the channel?
Like Mr. said, I'll be one.
Nah, it's not
Hi,
important.
I'm Benji. I study actuarial science and I love it. Let's go.
How's it? I'm Levi. I'm in the Faculty of Engineering and also loving this.
My name is Rory. Fitzy for life.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out. So, we can start. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I ask you the same question I asked you before we shot this, or do you want a different one? What is the disparity of who you are when you are in a public setting and when you are in private?
Too many big words, please.
Okay, what's the difference between who you are when you are in a public setting and when you are in your private space?
I'm not starting off.
Anyone who feels this way.
So when we in private, it's we are truly who we are. We not putting on a show. When you out in public, you're trying to be the person the other people want you to be, and you're trying to fit into this mold, this image, which is something it's hard to break the habit of, because obviously we try not to judge, but at the end of the day, everyone's judging whether you acknowledge it or
We're
not.
social
and
creatures after all.
exactly, the social pressures and whatnot, and we're trying to be the people that people want us to be and not the people we want to be. And
We basically conform
you
to
conform
the norms of
to the
society and
norms
to the expectations that don't serve us in any kind of way.
exactly, and really pushes down who you really are, and can come up later in your life. And
It's gonna catch up with you.
So you would say personally, the person that you are in private is definitely different from the person you are in a public setting.
in certain situations it can definitely change. Some people, when you're around them, it's much easier to be yourself, but it can depend on, if you're meeting someone for the first time, you're definitely not going to show your true self if you're not comfortable, or you don't know them, or you want them to have a certain image of you.
Thank you very much.
So I think on that point, we can talk a lot about disparity and difference about who you are in private versus who you are in public. There's a very good quote actually that talks about the distortion of your identity, and in a sense, So it's a very good quote. It says how if you show one face to the public and one face to yourself, you become bewildered or confused as to what's really true. So what I think can happen at times is that when you show one face to the public, i.e. show another self to the public and present another self to yourself, you're not just suppressing your identity, but I think at times your identity can get lost in a sense, and you can get you can lose what your real sense of self is.
You can now become confused.
You
no longer remember who the real you is.
real you is because you're presenting a
So
completely
many
polar
facades.
opposites. Exactly.
Yeah. When you are in public, there's this version of you which is whatever. And then when
So
you are by yourself, it's
What would you advise people, like your friend here has said, that whenever he's in a public setting, most of the time with people that don't really understand or know who he is, or really are formed or accustomed to his identity, then he has to fit that mold, kind of wear that mask or charade, just so that he could be, regarded as reserved or appropriate to be around or whatever it is, compared to his real identity that he shows when he's alone in
Or
private.
if you evolve, somebody knows you from when you were younger. You have these. I don't know. Maybe you were smart, or you were tall, and now they expect you to be that way. Yes, you are changing, or someone expects you to be clever, and you must keep up this facade, and this guy, he's clever, he's still clever.
And I don't think you should be forced in the sense of who you're in public to be like Levi said, he's reserved. I think that's okay. You shouldn't be forced to be extroverted. I think the best way to combat that sort of confusion as to who you really are is to just be authentic everywhere. Maintain a consistency between who you are in your private spaces and who you are in public, because that's the best way to have a clear sense of who you are. Yeah, so
And when you are authentic, you attract the people you're supposed to attract.
Exactly.
And
Also very
when you
true.
yourself, the people who are meant to seek you out will find you. And
yeah.
You know, after what you said, I'm reminded of a quote by Alan de Botton, which is that loneliness is the kind of tax that you have to pay to atone for atoning a certain complexity of mind. Did you guys get that?
Yeah, it's very
Wow.
true. And that's, yeah, and on that point on loneliness, at times you can be with so many other people and still be lonely.
Wow.
It's different between being alone and being lonely.
Yeah. Wow.
Be physically alone and still be lonely in a group of many people if you're not being yourself. Yeah.
So when you are being a facade, you are shrinking yourself into irrelevance.
Exactly. Literally.
True. I have nothing to say based on that. I'm just in awe. And based on the gents inside, based on the guys inside here, they gave us two different perspectives on the question that we asked them. That authenticity is always the antidote to whatever private setting you are in or public setting. So if you are authentic to yourself, you better be authentic everywhere you are, whether you're in public or. So that's what I took away from that. So, gents, thank you for the insight. I have
you for
another
your time
question
as
I'd
well.
like to ask y'all, but I think this one is gonna be more complex and it's gonna take more time because y'all seem like people. Yeah, next time.
Thank you for the
Next
idea,
time.
bro. Thank you for the idea. Love it.
Thank you very much,
Guys,
man.
one more time, thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you very
My hands
much
are
for
also
your time.
sweaty, so have it.
Alright, so Mr. Levi.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to having you on the podcast someday.
Yeah.
we're happy to come.
Definitely, even not being famous.
Can we share the link with
We
you?
OG guests.
Yeah, OG guys, can we share the link with us so that y'all can get your
Thank you, boys. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you as well, guys. Wow, the energy.
all the
is
best and
right.
all the success.
Thank you very much, gents. Once